Hello, 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 crafters. Welcome back to Rebecca's Gift Box. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on this planet. So today we're going to do a flip through for of my junk journal July, which I completed. Yes, for the month. It was a week late, but I got it done. I got it done. So I enjoyed that whole month doing this project. It called for me to go outside of my box on most projects. Sometimes I didn't think at all. I just did things, just put things down. And doing it that way, sometimes I did like the project and sometimes I didn't like the project. Um, and the ones that I was not crazy about, I got a better response from you guys, from you crafters. And I was amazed, like, well, maybe this is what they like. Maybe I should try to do more something that I don't like and put it on there because they seem to like what I don't like. And, just reverse thinking, just things like that. But, I have this, most of the time, let me say, I have to stay true to myself. So, and what I put out on the paper and what I do in the projects, that's what I feel. That's me. Okay? So, the cover is a presentation of my grandmother because she loved yellow roses, yellow flowers, and this is why I did this my cover in this yellow paper. I put my pink on there because there's some little pink on there. Stick with the yellow and everything. And the back is the same, is some pink paper like that. But the yellow is representing my grandmother. Okay, so being that in July we had our family reunion, so this is not based on the family reunion. This is just what I felt like doing, being for the month of July. Okay, so thanks to Meg's Journal, Meg. She's the host of the hashtag Junk Journal July. She did the prompts. She had prompts of 31 days. And I don't know how she did it, but she did. She came up with 31 prompts, and that's work. That's work. And it's also work to do the prompts every day. Okay, so the first day was begin, and the last day was farewell. So what I did for the first day and the last day is connect them together, and because my first day is called as the first day, day one is begin, and my inspirational word is believe. But for the 31st day, the last day is for farewell. I did God. Okay, so it's connected. Believe in God. So that's how that connects. So that's how I perceive those two dates. Okay, so the first day is begin. I did a prompt of my inspirational word was believe. I did a whole bunch of flowers on a hill to represent the beginning of your belief. Okay, that's how I perceive this first prompt. Okay, all my prompts has inspirational words in my journey and in my Bible reading. So, and that's what these prompts led me to for my inspirational words. Okay, so we have a bunch of flowers here that I die cut from Sizzix Tim Holtz die cut set. This is a flower from, let me give you a zoom in. Too much. Alright, so this is a flower from a calendar, from last year's calendar, I believe it was. And then the quote down here, which I mistakenly covered up, it says the language of flowers. And this is the language of flowers. Okay. Alright, so that's day one. We're going to go to day two. I'm not gonna try to make this too long as well. So if I go too fast, sorry. I don't want the video to be too long. All right. So day two is reinvent. So I reinvented a mail. This was an envelope, and I took the envelope, and what did I do? I folded it in half. I believe that's what I did. Did I fold it in half? Yes, this was a cut of this is half of an envelope. Yes, this is half of an envelope, and I made it into a flip out or fold out. I don't know how that's placed, how you say that. And this right here is a hidden hide spot where you can make your notes. Here is where I'm gonna make my notes right here, and just to hide it right here. And this is like a little secret garden place here. I'm not sure if this is a pocket. Let's check and see if it is. It's a pocket. Right there is a pocket right here. Okay. This also is a pocket. This comes out and it says faith on there. And there's a flower behind there as well. So my inspirational word is faith. Have faith in God. As you believe in God, have faith in Him as well. So that was my inspirational word for prompt reinvent today. I just had a scenery of flowers, the garden, the sky, and the sun right there. And that was day 2. Day 3, the prompt was layered tag. So layered tag, I did let me see here, a project that I saw. What was her name? From Ruby and Pearl. She did a layer, so a tag, 3 tags, 3 different sizes, and they folded out, they opened up like that. So that's the project, my layer tag. And I did flowers. You know how I am with my flowers, people. I think this is a little side pocket right here. Yep, right there, like so. I'm not sure if this is a pocket. Yep, this is a pocket too. Little tag spot right there. Okay. And I'm not sure if this is a pocket. Yeah, you can put something there. Not something big, but something small. Okay. So those are my 3 tags. Okay. And this is a pocket as well. So this tag right here is a pocket. What I did here on this well for the backdrop is a calendar. This is a picture of a calendar. It had nothing but, the calendar was nothing but flowers. Yes, flowers. It was an old calendar, so that's why I used it. Loved it. Didn't throw it away because it had flowers, and I'm like, I can use that. I can use that on one of my projects. And that's what I did. But the prompt, the inspirational word for that day was blessed. For we all wants to be blessed in God's word. Alright, so that's day 3 in layered tag. Day 4 is transparency. Transparency, I took it as where when you look in the mirror, you see yourself. Okay? Look in the mirror to see who you are. Okay? Make sure when you do see yourself, do you love yourself as God loves you? And that's the word inspirational phrase that I went off over here. Are you loved? You are loved. Okay? Because you are loved. Because God loves all His children. So that's what I went off. This is a pocket as well. What did I just do with that paper? This is a pocket as well. Alright. Nope. Okay, it doesn't open up. Alright, so that's prompt number 4, transparency. Prompt number 5 is fold out. Fold out goes like this. Let me get to it so I can open it up. It's too much. Okay. Open up, and there's your fold out. Okay. So it does have pockets. We have a pocket here. I have one in there. There's a pocket right here. This is my journaling card where I can write on. And I already put some paper on the back so I have something to write on. This is a pocket right there. This is a pocket right here. Let's fold out. Oh, it opens up more. Oh, surprise. Oh my goodness. So this has a pocket right here. That's a pocket right there. Okay, so both fold, the whole thing comes folded out. Okay, and that's not even glued down. It came up. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so that's my fold out. I wonder if that's a pocket. Yep, that's a pocket too. Alrighty, just surprising myself. And that folds back in. Now I got great response on this right here. And this is one of the ones that I was not crazy about. I was just gluing things down. I'm like, this looks good. I'm going to work with it. And before I put this yellow flower on there, it was just all green. I said, well, I need something. I said to myself, I need something here. So I found, I went off this paper right here and cut one of the flowers out. And that's what I put there. Because there's yellow in this, and this is the calendar again. This is what the calendar again. And there's some yellow flowers in here. So that's why I put this yellow rose right there. And it worked. And I got great response on this one right here. Great response. I'm still getting a good response on it. I mean, there's over 200 likes. I'm like, wow, something I wasn't crazy about, but other people are loving it. So I'm just going to go with it. So the inspirational word for this one here is love and grace. Okay. It is also reference back to prompt number 4, my inspirational word for prompt number 4. You are loved, love and grace. Okay. All right, so here we're going on. Number 6, prompt number 6 is symmetry. To be honest with you, I had no clue what I was doing on this one right here. Okay, I was just laying things down. Okay, symmetry was basically the offset of one side to the other side. So that's why I did these little lines, these little scraps down this way, and then on the other side I did them going up this way. Okay, and then I put a little flower here in the middle. Gotta have my flowers, and just some music paper at the top there just to offset the bottom down here. Okay, so this is the opposite of this one out here, and this is the opposite way here. That's my symmetry. Okay, and my inspirational quote is how he loves us, how God loves us. Okay, as we should love God with our whole heart, whole mind, with all our mind, body, and soul. Okay, that's prompt number 6, symmetry. Prompt number 7 is bouquet. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but everybody knows what bouquet is. That's prompt number 7, and my inspirational word for prompt number 7 is love. Love, love, God is love. Okay, and as I see flowers, everybody loves flowers. All right, so that's why I did a vase. This is my vase, and this is my vase of flowers, and my vase is love. Okay, that is my prompt number 7 for bouquet. Okay, prompt number 8, we're getting there, we're going to keep going, is wallpaper. Okay, and we have love again. I mean, there's not much more we can say about love. Okay, is love. How much more can I say what God is? God is love. Okay, so, and I put a frame around the word. Word is in love, is in this is a die cut, and I did it in blue because my favorite color is blue. But the wallpaper is in the background here. It's in blue, and it has, and I cut out, I did some fussy cutting of some cherry blossoms, because cherry blossoms, I love cherry blossoms. I love cherry blossoms. So the wallpaper, then the cherry blossoms on top, with the gold frame, and the word love is in the frame. And like I said, the prompt for 8 is wallpaper, and the blue is the wallpaper. Okay, and I did some stamping in the back. All right, day 9, prompt number 9 is clashing patterns. What I did on this one right here was I borrowed my son's pouring paint that he does. That's his little art thing that he does. and he did a one with black and white. One had black, one was black, and then the other one was white. He just opposite the colors. So whatever colors that he did on the black background, he did on the white background, or whatever he did on the white background, he did on the black. Okay, so that's what clashing colors are. And what I did some fussy cutting of some black and white flowers, and that's how I did my clashing patterns. And my inspirational word for day 9, prompt number 9, is hope. Hope. Without hope, how can you go faithfully in the Lord and believing in Him? And so I put some blue flowers, little blue trims here, just to bring some color to the background. Okay? All right, prompt number 10 is time out. I did this little girl. This background is from a calendar. This house is also from a Tim Holtz calendar. No, not a Tim Holtz calendar. Is it Tim Holtz? I can't remember who the calendar that I got this from, but it was one of those known calendars that everybody was into back in the day, and I still had some. So I cut the cottage out, and I put some flowers in front around it, and I put the little girl. I colored her. I stamped her out, colored her in, and this is the stamp right here. It's a Santora Gorgeous stamp. And this is a number 57 little heart. Okay, so that's what I did there. Okay, just stamped her out, colored her in. I put her in front of the flowers because she's taking a break from doing all her chores and her cooking in her house. She wants to take a little walk in her little garden, and my inspirational word is stand still. Stand still and just breathe and just let the Lord fill you up with His presence. Okay, just stand still. Forget about all your problems, your troubles, your chores, and just stop and stand still. That is all. And that's what that prompt is for me. Prompt number 10, timeout. Prompt number 11 is fussy cutting. So this one here, I went a little overboard there for myself, because I cut out these little flower little things, and this bicycle here, the bicycle has this little flower bush thing here. So what I was doing is that the bicycle is floating in the air, but the flowers are falling out, and that's that took me over a good time there to do that because they're so small. But what I wanted to do, my inspiration for that day, was to trust in the Lord, no matter, being that the bike is floating and the flowers are falling, you still need to trust in the Lord. Okay. It could represent yourself. You're going up, you're going higher, your life, and whatever you're doing in your life, you're climbing that ladder. But at the same time, something is falling out of that little basket. Something is falling down, and you're still doubting yourself. But you need to just trust in the Lord and let Him handle it. Let Him do what needs to be done in your life, and just let it go and just trust. Okay, so that's what that represents for that day, prompt 11. Okay. For prompt number 12. Prompt number 12 is dyed, as in tie-dye, shirt tie-dye. That's what I took the word from. All right. So I just took a piece of paper, brown paper bag, ripped the piece off. I had did some paste of one of my flower blooms. I did a paste of a flower bloom, and then I just spray painted like I would have done on the tie-dye if I was tie-dyeing a shirt. And I just sprayed colors on there. to spray them, all different colors. As you can see, I have blue, I have some yellow, some green on here, and some red. Okay, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4 colors that I used on here, and I think it came out really good. I got a good response from there, from you guys, from your characters, and thank you so much. My inspirational word for that day for died is bloom. Just like the flower blooms, you yourself need to bloom in the Lord's word. Okay, just grow with Him and then believe in what He says in His word. And that was my inspiration for that prompt 12. For prompt number 13, the word is mirrored. I also got a good response from my crafters on this one too. I just took some more of that green flowery paper and put it down on some tissue paper. No, this is not tissue paper. Yes, it is tissue paper, and I painted it blue to make it into water. And then I put some vellum on top of that, put the other small green flowers, okay, because this big one is a mirror of these small ones. And I just put a little flower here that's like resting on these little flowers, you know, in the water. And the inspirational word for this one here is seek, as in seek the Lord. Okay? Seek the Lord. Okay? Prompt number 14. Prompt number 14 is nature. So nature, to me, is everything to do with everything that is out there that the Lord has created, provided for us, as in the flowers, fruits, vegetables, the trees, the birds, the air, everything. Okay? And my inspirational word for that day is, I believe, is joy. Yes, joy. And taking joy in everything that the Lord has provided for us, has given us. Because everything out there in nature, the Lord has given us for a reason, for us to use, to us to care for, okay? Not to destroy or take advantage of it because it's there, but to appreciate what He has given us. Okay, so that's my prompt for number 14 for nature. Dave, prompt number 15 is texture. Texture is how smooth, how rough, the different types of papers and stuff like that, and ridges, and that's fabrics. That's what I take as texture. So I have different textures here on this piece of paper, on this board, and we have some fabric, we have some tissue paper here, we have some more tissue paper, we have some embossed paper, music paper, rigid paper, we have some cellophane over here, some clear plastic paper, we have some tea-dyed coffee dyed paper here, we have some scrapbooking paper, we have some wallpaper here, we have some underneath here is some watercolor paper where this little house painting right here is. And my inspirational word for that prompt number for day 15 is praise, as in praise the Lord at all times. Okay. I also have some shiny rigidity paper as well. Okay, and some more scrapbooking paper. All right, that's my texture for today, for that day. Prompt number 16. Getting along there, we're going fast, and we're at 24 minutes. Prompt number 16 is one-sided. So I just basically did everything on one side. And again, I'm using some flowers, okay? I have some scrapbooking paper going down, different colors as well. And in between those papers, I have one side of a cherry blossom tree. So everything is one-sided, especially except for this piece right here. So this is one side of a tree, one side of a flower, one side of a flower. Everything is one-sided except for this piece right here. Okay, and the inspirational word for prompt number 16 I have is fear. You are to fear the Lord. Okay. Alrighty. moving along here. Day 17, prompt number 17 is go to palette. We are painting on this one right here. And we did some painting on here. I think I used my shiny glitter paint. This was an old painting that I had started like a year ago, never finished it. So I finished it on this prompt right here because I had the sky painted in already. I had the flowers stamped, but it was never painted. So for prompt number 17, I just finished painting the flowers, made the rest of the scenery in the background, and I stamped the word sing, and that inspirational word is to sing praises to the Lord. Sing. His words, and that's another way of praising the Lord, is to sing. Okay? And that's for prompt number 17. We'll go to palette. Prompt number 18 is, what is prompt number 18? Cutout. I cut out some cut out paper. So I cut out some wallpaper, some scrapbooking paper, some tissue paper, and because this is supposed to be the table right here. This is the little back table with the tablecloth. Tissue paper is the tablecloth. And then I have a jar of flowers, and the jar says hello. And then here are the bunch of flowers in the vase. My inspirational phrase for that day is speaking to my heart. So the flowers are speaking to my heart. Okay. Alright, prompt number 19, moving right along here, is tucked away. Now, this prompt right here, I messed up so bad, but I saved it, I think. What I did was I had accidentally glued this down, so I carefully picked it up, but as I was picking it up, it tore the back page, this paper up. So what I did was took this yellow paper and glued it down, so I still have this pocket, because I wanted to have 3 pockets too, and this was supposed to be a pocket, but I glued it down, so I had to make this one a pocket. So there's just one here, there's one here, and I saved this one to make this the 3rd pocket. So, and the inspirational word for that day is what's on the card: grateful for all you do. Okay, I am grateful for all what the Lord has done for me and what He plans to do for me. Okay, so, and I just have other scraps along the edges for that one. And that's what my prompt number 19 is. Alright, so let's go to 20. Prompt number 20 is black and white. I took some tissue paper, white tissue paper, and some black scrapbooking paper. I took some feathers. I have a die cut for some feathers. I made a little bangle. That's basically what it is. And the word, my inspirational word for that day is mercy. Okay. And that's that. Day 21 was not, for some reason, I could not update or upload my video for prompt number 21. So here I am. Prompt number 21 is focus. Okay, that is also my inspirational word is focus. Alright, so I just used a little cutout that I have from my Margaret Miller packet there, bag that I used for my collage challenge. I have a heart here, okay, on top of some music paper with a camera, okay. I have a bookcase here, little girl, she's reading, and the word that's the little phrase here that says the Read Out Loud Club. Okay, this is my story is that the little girl is in a Read Out Loud Club, and because she likes to read. But the book that she's reading right now is the Bible, because she is focusing. This is why the camera's there, and she's looking at the camera because she wants to focus on her Bible, and she's focused on the Bible to read, to learn more about the Lord. Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay, that is my prompt 21. And I do want to apologize if you didn't get to see the video on prompt number 21. Prompt number 22 is blended. Okay, we have some tissue, flowery tissue paper that I took from a napkin. Okay, and glued it on, but I glued this one on top of some watercolor that I blended colors on there. Okay, I just used my watercolor pencils, and I added water, and I just blended everything to get that little blended look. And I glued this napkin on that side, and glued this napkin on this side, and I put the word shield. Okay, for the Lord is our shield. And the next one is our armor. Okay, I got a good response from my crafters on this one. Everybody loved this one right here. I wasn't crazy about this one, but I went with it. Okay, I needed something blended. The only easy thing for me to do for blended was to get watercolor with some pencils and just blend everything together. And I had those napkins on my desk, and I'm like, I'm gonna glue them on there, and it worked out. Prompt number 23 is maximalism. Maximalism I saw as a bunch of papers glued on top of each other, and that's exactly what I did. I just took some scraps that I had in my scrap box. I wanted to make an armor, as in all those scraps on top of each other. This is how I see it. With all those scraps on top of each other, they are creating an armor of God, and that's what my vision was. And this is just the layout, the cutout, the negative from the feathers. Okay, and that's it. I did not get a good response on this one. I didn't expect to get a good one on this one neither, because I was just gluing things on top of each other. And I'm like, I know I'm not going to get a great response on this one, but I need to complete. And I know I shouldn't have been that way, but I needed to complete this prompt. Okay? But that's how I saw it. Okay? But I do appreciate whoever did see the video. I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Alright, so moving right along to prompt number 24 was paint splatter. This was my first time doing paint splatter. I've never done paint splatter before. I've seen a lot of people do it. So I'm like, well, I might as well go ahead and do it, give it a try, because that's what the prompt is right now. So I just took some black and white paint and splattered it on top of my collage that I have in the background. The collage is just some different types of papers. I have a flower and a butterfly on top of the flower, and I have the word, my inspirational word, as fight. Fight for the Lord. Okay? And that's it. Prompt number 25 is peaceful. I wanted to keep it simple, and I think this was a quick video. I'm not sure if it was quick, but I think it was short. I know it was short because I only have like 3 pieces of paper on here. So I have a little paper in the background. This is a pocket right here. This is a little tuck right here. And I have some tissue paper on top of the flowers. Okay? This is some flowers that I lay down, and they're layered. Okay? And I left this spot over here for me to make my little journal in. And that's what it is. And my inspirational word for that day for prompt number 25 is breathe. And just take your time, stop what you're doing, and just breathe and meditate. That's basically what it is. That's all. Okay, moving right along to prompt number 26, which is memento. Memento. Oh, there we go. That way. Memento is as a memory, something you did, something to represent something that represents the past. I'm sorry for mumbling. I'm trying to get it out there. So this is the little flip out here for me to make a journal right there. This is some scraps that I wrote glued down. This is a little envelope that I did with some flowers that I picked up out of my yard. It was from a year ago, I believe, and I completely forgot about them, and that's why they look so dried out. But I went with it because this is like the prompt is memento, just reminding me, memory of me picking these flowers out of my yard, and so I went with it. And the phrase for that day, His word changes me, and it does. His words changes me. Okay, and that's why I try to read as much as I can each day out of my Bible. Alrighty. Prompt number 27 is stripped back. I have no idea what I was doing for this prompt, to tell you the truth. I just took a printout of one of my antique napkins that I got from a estate sale. I just glued some strips of cardstock on top there, and that's basically what I did. And the phrase that I did for my inspirational phrase for that day is perfectly imperfect, and that's okay. I'm not perfect, and that's okay with God. Okay, so that's prompt number 27. Prompt number 28 is stenciling. So I took some scraps of paper, glued them down, and then my two stencils that I used was my flower stencil and my sun rays stencil. Okay, those are the two prompts that two stencils that I use. I'm sorry. It was my flower blooming and my sun rays. Those are the two stencils that I used that day. And my inspirational word for that day is listen, as in listen for the Lord. He doesn't come with a bang as loud. You have to listen to his soft voice. Just listen to him. Stop what you're doing. Don't try to do what you want to do. Listen to what he wants you to do for him. That's going to benefit you. Okay? So that's my inspirational word for prompt number 28. Prompt number 29 is geometric. Okay, I just took some circles, some squares, a triangle, octagon. I just did circles and different shapes, glued them down, and that's my prompt for the day. My inspirational word for that day is masterpiece. For my God made me in his image, so I'm a masterpiece. Okay. All right, so moving right along to day 30, and we're almost to the end. 30, prompt number 30 is favorite quote. So what I did was a frame of my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, which is God with us. And this is a poem, okay? I'm not going to read the poem. You know, actually, I will read the poem. The poem says, let me get my glasses. The poem says, God has promised to be with us, and he is. To that I can witness. We sometimes think he is not around, but then something happens that is profound. And we realize he has been with us all along, and we give him praise with a song. He has told us not to fear, that we are his children and to him so dear. We are to put our trust in him, no matter the situation that is grim. He never promised challenges would be none, but an external home when life is done. So, what else can you say about that poem? Okay. I have some scraps over here with a flower and a little tab. Day 31 is connected to day 1. As I said before, the prompt is farewell, as in the last day. Okay. So I just wanted to continue with the flowers around. This paint right here is what I've done with what day was that? The paint splatter. This is just the leftover that I had on the paper, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just took it and smashed it down on this last page. Well, it's not the last page, but the last page for day 31, and I used it. Okay, this little square, this rectangle thing right here is the topping of a tissue box. I'm like, I can do something with this, so I went with it. So I cut it out, cut it down, and I used it to make a frame to go for my word. And I used some more of my die cuts of the flowers, of the Tim Holtz die cuts. And that's basically it for day 31. So I hope you enjoyed me going through my prompts here for my Junk Journal July. All the information is at the bottom in the description box there for if you want to see other participants and see what they did for Junk Journal July, and because there is a lot of inspiration out there, a lot of creativity. Just go into it. Just go hashtag Junk Journal July, and you will see it all. Okay, but if you want to see just for 2022, make sure you put 2022 at the end of hashtag Junk Journal July. Okay. I want to thank you, crafters, for joining me in this flip through of my Junk Journal July. And as always, crafters, have a blessed day. Goodbye.